Hello everybody, this is Dragonzilla here with a double figure review. Now I've done double reviews before, either as sets or as groups. However, I've never put two animals together in one video, so this should be interesting. And if you're an avian fan and you love mythical birds, then this video will be special, as tonight's pair will be the Papo Phoenix and Hippogriff. Now there aren't that many videos of these figures on YouTube, and whenever I come across one, it's in another language that I don't speak, so I think I could be the first person to review these figures in English. Now it's been a very long time since I've talked about any mythical creatures on this channel, not counting the dragon kaiju like King Ghidorah and Mando from the Godzilla franchise, and I haven't done any actual mythical creatures in ages, aside from the X-Plus Harryhausen Hydra from Jason and the Argonauts. But anyways, the Papo Phoenix and Hippogriff are the first in a long while, so let's now crack on with the review, with all that out of the way. First up is the Phoenix, which looks absolutely stunning and has a striking pose, with its wings stuck out to represent its rebirth, because that's what this legendary creature is well known for, having the ability to erupt into flames when its time has come. However, this could just be a phoenix that's ready for takeoff. The feathers have a fiery texture in the sculpt, on the tail, the wings, and the crest if you want to call it that, which looks beautiful. I think this could be my favourite part of the figure. Depending on the culture, the phoenix is depicted as either an eagle or a peacock, and at first I thought that Papo were going for the Asian phoenix, as that's where the peacock-looking firebird originated from. But the more I look at it, I can see the eagle within this phoenix, and thus Papo is a French company, so naturally theirs would be the eagle depiction. It could have just been the crest and the tail that made me think of the peacock version, so maybe Papo's phoenix is a mixed hybrid between the eagle and the peacock. The paint job on the body is a mixture of light and dark red, and the feathers are yellow and orange, giving a fiery effect. The beak is purple, even though I would have preferred it if it were black like you see on real eagles, and the eyes appear to be emerald green. I'm not entirely certain on what my favourite Phoenix figure in the collection is. It's between this and Safaris. However, they're both great models, and recommendable. But before moving on to the next figure, I will mention that the Papo Phoenix also has an albino counterpart. I don't really know why Papo have done a white phoenix as well, nor am I sure on its origin. I'm more accustomed to seeing red phoenix depictions, so if anybody knows why there's a white phoenix, or even what it represents, then by all means just let me know in the comments. Overall, I really do love Papo's Phoenix, and if you're a fan of the Firebird, then this beauty will be perfect for your collection. Next up is the cousin of the Griffin, which is the Hippogriff. Now the Hippogriff is similar to the Griffin, still being part bird and part beast. However, where the Griffin is a combination between an eagle and a lion, the Hippogriff's front is still of an eagle, but it has the back end of a horse instead of a lion. And as a kid, I never understood why this creature had the body of a horse instead of a hippo, despite the name. They're basically the same as griffins, but with some other differences. For example, they're more easy to train, and they're surprisingly omnivores, which means they'll swap their diets for either plants or meat. A few years ago, back in early 2016, when I reviewed the Safari Limited Griffin, I mentioned that Safari had just announced that they were doing the Hippogriff, but I wasn't entirely impressed with it, as it looked rather down in the dumps and depressed, not to mention its dumpy expression, as well as being only a horse with wings and a beak stuck to it. However, a few years ago, when Papo announced that they were doing the Hippogriff and unveiled the promo image, I thought, now that's more like it. I adore the design of this model, and out of all the mythological creature figures that I own in the collection, Papo or otherwise, the Hippogriff is the most animal-like, and this is how I would picture the Hippogriff to look like in reality if they existed. The figure really puts to mind Buckbeak from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. It may be due to the paint job, but messes the style of feathered crown that Buckbeak had, and where Beaky's horse body was light grey mixed in with white, Papo's is brown, just so it doesn't look too similar to the character. That may be to avoid copyright reasons. Even though the Hippogriff, like I said earlier, is part horse and part eagle, for some reason, I don't know why, but this figure's head actually does kind of remind me of a falcon. I'm not too sure why, it could just be the paint job, being a light grey with a tinted blue mixed in, hence why I get falcon vibes with this model. The figure portrays the hippogriff going for a stroll, minding its own business, and because the model is not in flight, the wings are folded in. Overall, Papo's hippogriff is another nice figure, and is also worth having, especially if you love this creature. So for the media appearances of these legendary avians, well, both have appeared in the Harry Potter franchise as Fawkes the Phoenix and Buckbeak. Both have also featured in the Dungeons & Dragons universe, and both have showed up in World of Warcraft. If there's another fantasy series that you have seen these creatures appear in, then just let me know in the comments and I'll acknowledge it the next time I review another Phoenix figure that I have in the collection, or if I decide to cave in and order the Safari Limited Hippogriff. And now for sizings. So here are the Papo Phoenix and Hippogriff with the Safari Limited Phoenix and Griffin, to which the links to their reviews are in the description below, and here they are with Fawkes the Phoenix and Buckbeak. Fawkes I've covered before, along with the Basilisk and Aragog, again, link below, but Beaky has not yet been reviewed. However, I'm sure he'll be covered at some point in the future. So, what are my final thoughts on the Papo Phoenix and Hippogriff? Honestly guys, I think these have got to be two of the best Papo fantasy figures ever to be made. While their dinosaurs are declining in design and quality, their mythical range is improving, and I cannot wait to get their Water Dragon and Basilisk when that's released later this year. I'm looking forward to see what other fantasy beasts Papo plan to do in the future. Both of these figures are fantastic, and I think these guys will be a lot more appealing if you're an avian lover, as well as a Harry Potter fan, or if you're an enthusiast on anything that's fantasy. This is Dragonzilla signing out, take care and I'll see you all next time, bye for now.